The continuity will remain essentially the same. What you want to do, like we did last year, is morph it to the players. Especially, you can morph after the draft like it was last year or in season based on who's hurt or who's not. But we want to keep the root of that the same because that takes as much time as anything. With that said, I do think you have to evolve every year because now there's a full season of tape on what we did here, and now people are studying that. We can go from the college ranks, we can do studies from around the league to put our unique spin on it. There's definitely things I've done in my past that I want to add to it to continue to apply pressure. But I think the last thing you want is to be able to get stagnant, but now we can take it to the next level. I love Chris. As you guys know, Chris is as good of a human being and football players you're going to be around. He was a huge asset to us last year, being a coach on the field and playing all those different roles. I think he's leading the league in catches, yards after catch when he got hurt. And I love Chris to death. But Jason and Todd, they have a proven track record with the roster here, so I'm going to let those guys handle that. A bunch, because just watching games on Saturdays, and you might see something they just ran, and it's at the 2-minute mark in the third quarter, and you write it down and then go look at it on film the next day. And really what you get is this time of the year, when you start watching college prospects, you start to see concepts and things that they're utilizing, and you try to see if it's a fit for us. So whether it's from college or from the pro game, we try to watch as much tape as possible to take from other people.
Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome to Real Bucs Talk. As you see there, we just heard from new offensive coordinator of the Buccaneers, Josh Grizzard, talk about just some different things, whether it's Chris Godwin, wanting him back, talking about the college game and how he can take, plays and designs from the college football and just kind of mold his liking, what he likes and try to add new things. But also he talked about how continuity is good, but also you have to be able to adapt and evolve. And those are my three main takeaways from his press conference today with him talking to the media. So let's go over it. As you see here on the screen, Buccaneers have updated their page. He is listed as offensive coordinator now. And it just goes over what he did last season for the team, helping the third down offense, helping Baker Mayfield be a lot better. So there's a lot of things to like there, but him talking about the offense just continuing to build off of what they had last year. Obviously, that is going to be the focus. And he mentioned next level probably, 10 to 15 times. So obviously that is a goal for the unit to improve on what they did from a year ago. But I really liked how he talked about not keeping things the same. And you have to be able to evolve because teams have a year of tape on you now and they can study your tendencies and things like that. And he really made it a focus to not, get into that complacency or fall into traps of, trying to do the same things, but continue to, build off of what you had last year, but also try to change things and adapt to what, defenses are trying to do to you. So that was a big step in the right direction. I really like hearing that, how he was open to, suggest that we're not going to be the same offense from last year, but we are going to bring, similar concepts, but try to mold it differently so we can be unpredictable in a sense. So I think that's really huge. And when you look at the offense, they are pretty much ready to go. And again, he mentioned Chris Godwin, bringing him back. He talked about, he was on pace to break a lot of team records or even league records with the season he was having, 50 catches, 576 yards, 5 touchdowns, halfway through the year, and unfortunately got hurt. So, and, I think he's confident that Chris Godwin will be back. He wants him back in the offense, obviously, and said he's going to leave it up to, Coach Bowles and Jason Light to handle it. But, and then, finally just looking inside at the college game and taking things from college offenses, I think was a big bonus to hear today, because that is so huge, because you have these players that are coming into the league. They're doing different things on the college level. So why not implement that into your offense to make things even more simpler or even more complex. Because again, there's a lot of creative ways to move the football on offense, and I think having that ability to be open minded to more creativity or more versatility is very huge for the offense. And we saw it last year with the Buccaneers under Liam Cohen and how they were able to continue to stay ahead of the curve, continue to adapt and change every week. And I think that's something that Josh Grizzard even mentioned about, bringing things from his past, whether that's from Miami or even when he was a college coach. So that is going to be something to definitely keep our eyes on. And just, it's really intriguing to know that it seems this guy has the right mindset to be a really good offensive coordinator. He has the pieces in place as far as players and the overall unit. He talked about the offensive line today, being the staple to build from. Obviously, they're going to run the football, and they're going to try to maintain balance. But those are my three main takeaways from today. Just his wants of getting Chris Godwin back in here, I think, was evident. His ability to show that even though we have continuity with the staff and the players, we're not going to be exactly the same that we were last year. We have to be able to continue to evolve and continue to get better in certain areas and make this offense unpredictable, because you can't stay in one spot. You can't stay complacent. So I really like that from him and how he's urging for improvement. And obviously, he mentioned next level several times. And we'll see if the Buccaneers can do that. Can they achieve next level? That remains to be seen. But yeah, a lot of good things from this man right here, hearing him talk today. So, really encouraging. We'll just have to see what happens and what takes place as we move forward into the off season. But should be a lot of fun. Really excited that they were able to promote him and also keep the majority of the staff in place today. So that was awesome to hear. And just, you can see he's really excited, being 34 years old, being a first time offense coordinator. A lot of good things, I think, on the way for this guy. So, really excited about that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, just can't wait to see this offense be. I don't know if they're going to produce like they did last year, because again, that's going to be tough. Liam was a really good offensive mind, and it's a tough ask to replicate what the Buccaneers did last year. But you have to feel confident that Josh Grizzard can at least get them somewhat close to that level. And we'll see. Maybe he can surpass it, but it's going to be a tall task. I expect the Buccaneers to still be a really good offense and hopefully a top 10 offense in the league next year for sure. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts of Josh Grizzard, and what do you think of the takeaways we discussed today? Let us know. Or if you had any other points you wanted to bring up, please feel free to leave it down below in the comments. And with that said, until the next one.